In this video, we're talking about how you can make money by being a music producer or a musician. Now, what do I mean by being a music producer? Well, simply, you create music and you let others use it, or you can be a musician, in which case you create your own music and then sell it yourself. Music production can be fairly complicated or it can be fairly simple depending on your skill set. When it comes to producing music for others to use, it can be a little bit more complicated because now it's either A, you're creating music and then licensing or selling those rights to somebody else for them to use commercially, or it could be creating music specifically for somebody based on what they request of you, or you can be the musician yourself, create your own music, and then sell it, whether it is in a physical format or in a digital format, such as being an MP3 or a download on a platform like Spotify, for instance, or elsewhere. Another option is to have CDs or vinyl records that are created and then sold. Music albums. Now, when it comes to doing something like this is the more difficult side of business, because if you're going to be the musician, you not only need to create the music and everything to go into the album if that's what you're going to do, but then you have to go to the additional extent of getting your ISBN and barcodes for album sales, copyright registrations, and things like that. Now, when it comes to music production for others, you still have to go about the same process, but it's a little bit more complicated because now, if you're going to be producing music for somebody else, it means either A, you're going to register the copyright and then sell it, or you're going to specifically do it and they are going to own that copyright. There is a lot that goes into music production as a producer for somebody else to use it versus music production that you're creating for yourself and then selling. I myself do both. Now, when it comes to the producer side, I'm not all that active at the moment. That is something I am working towards getting done further down the road. At the moment, I focus primarily on creating my own music and selling my own music. But I have done a little bit of production work for others in the past and allowed them to have the commercial licensing free because it was a friend. And I've done a couple others where they were just quick little jobs, didn't take much. In which case, I still gave it to them for a commercial free, royalty free use and didn't bother just because it was somebody I knew. But there is a lot that really goes into it. And if I were to go through that whole process, we would probably be here for a couple hours going through everything that goes into it. To put it simply, either you're going to be a music producer for somebody, live recording your own instruments using digital loops, samples, or digital instruments to create that musical track, and then commercially license it to somebody or license them in the whole aspect of owning that copyright by selling it to them. Or, as I said, you can go about things in the musician aspect of recording your own lyrics, vocals, your own instruments, guitar, piano, bass, drums, whatever it is, creating a band and creating your own music, and then go about selling it on the various different platforms, registering it with BMI, ASCAP, the Copyright Office, the ISBN and barcode, and everything else when it comes to publishing and distribution of that music. If you really want to learn about this in a broader aspect, I highly recommend you check out the Indie Music Academy. And you can check out Ryan's channel. He does a ton. I, in fact, am one of the community members of Ryan, and I bounce ideas off of him, get information and stuff periodically as well. And he goes way into detail about being an indie musician and creating your own music and selling it, from the very beginning of the steps all the way up to the big time producing and selling and everything else. If you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you found this video a little bit informative as an opportunity for you to be able to work from home and be able to make money. Now, this is not a way for you to be able to get rich quick. This is something that does take time, skill, and experience, and a lot of work. So until the next time, I hope you have a great day or evening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.